change your life when you believe in yourself. 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 When you believe. Gonna make a miracle when you believe. Gonna make a miracle. Gonna make a miracle when you believe. You're gonna make a miracle. Everything you want, you got. When you believe, you want it, you got it. I said everything you want, you got. When you believe, you want it, you got it. In yourself. When you believe in yourself. When you believe in yourself. When you believe in yourself. When you believe. Well, I believe in me. So I believe in you. Since we believe in each other, there ain't nothing we can't do. Nah, 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 oh, we can make a miracle. Make a miracle. 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 Thank you.
And hello, everyone. This is Reverend Jerry Hobby. So happy to be with you today. We were just listening to Eddie Watkins. Oh my goodness, that is wonderful. And it is so perfect for our topic today. This is our Inspired Sunday where we have our Power Talk and we share from the heart. So I'm so happy that we are here today because we're going to be talking about skepticism. We're going to be talking about doubt, and we're going to be talking about our leadership here with us today. And today we have our wonderful wisdom holder, who is Patty Walton. She's with us. And we're going to invite Patty to share some of her wisdom with us right now. Okay, and she's already unmuted. Look at how good she is. I say when I grow up, I'm going to be like Patty Walton. How you doing, Patty?
I am here.
That's
and
all.
I'm glad to be here.
Mm-hmm.
And my reading this morning is every woman is every other woman trying to figure out who she is. And the affirmation of that is, if I need support today, I will ask for it. And actually, when I read it, I crossed off the word will. So reading it, if I need support today, I ask for it.
Wow, that is so wonderful, because when we talk about faith, we're talking about trust. And to move and to make a shift like that can be the most powerful thing that we can do. Wow. You know what? It's like a halo is looming over you right now, Patty, as we look at you, the way you have your camera situated right now. You're probably in the background, but there is a halo over you. And we're so grateful for that. Oh, now we can see you very clearly. And we see that light beaming. You are such a blessing. And I love that fact, because this is definitely your truth. And I can say personally over the years, in terms of asking, when I ask for support, and if it is if you are capable, you do what you can. You show up and bring the best of yourself always. So I'm grateful for you and the blessing that you are. I'm even grateful for those four-leggeds in the background saying amen, because it's the truth. and they've experienced your blessing over the years. How wonderful.
Thank you.
Yes, you're welcome. And we also have our wonderful Kathy Redmond with us today. Are we going to call her Catherine? Or are we going to call her Kathy's Corner?
We'll go for Kathy's Corner.
You like for Kathy's Corner? Okay.
Yeah.
My goodness, we're so happy to see you. You are the kindly surprise. Howard Thurman talks about the kindly surprises of spirit. And for us this morning, you're kindly surprised because I wasn't sure whether we were going to see you or not because you had a big week. So we want a report on your big week first.
Oh, okay. Well, I had a total knee done on my right side, my right knee, and it went really well. It went really well. I'm still having a little problem with, walking, but that'll get better with time. And I had very little pain in it. Um, the fact they kept coming in going, "Do you need something for pain?" I go, "No, not yet." So I knew I was really blessed. And the only discomfort really is in the incision. It's not in the knee at all. So, and I had wonderful care. We prayed about that beforehand that I would get, the best care possible, and I did. I did from the OR staff all the way through till the day when I got in the car to come home.
Well,
And so it was great.
I call it you were at you were receiving Beverly Hills Bel Air care. That was the creme de la.
Oh yeah.
Oh yes, the best of the best.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I truly did have the best of the best. And everybody checked on me. I mean, from the higher ups in the hospital clear down to the, the nurses' aides, they would just check on me and make sure I didn't want for anything.
Wonderful. Very good.
So
I and what I attributed to is all the prayer work that went into this whole process. You made sure you were prayed up, really prayed up. You utilized this prayer app. We're grateful, and we're looking forward to you sending us report so that we'll have that as documentation for Prayerful Heart. Yes.
Yeah.
And it is also an
I will try and do that today, as a matter of fact.
You're going to do it today. We love it. We appreciate that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And I am going to say, too, that this is also an exercise in faith.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Do you have a reading for us today?
I absolutely agree.
Mm-hmm.
I sure do. And it's from my favorite book, 365 Days of Ernest Holmes.
Okay.
And it's for today. This is today, the eternal now. We are perfect, are good. And it says,
let's try it.
Today, the eternal now, we perfect our good. The eternal God is thy refuge, and underneath are the everlasting arms. That's from Deuteronomy. Today we say to ourselves, our experience is enriched by perfect faith. Our affairs are in the keeping of the eternal mind. We live in the divine presence. We are guided by infinite wisdom and sustained by limitless love. Today we say to ourselves, we are part of eternal wholeness. We live, move, and have our being in the Spirit of God. We are consciously drawing upon this Spirit for inspiration. We are continuously receiving guidance from on high. Today we remember that the Spirit is not far off, but ever at hand, diffused through us. Today we remember that love is the great lodestone of life, that joy belongs to the Spirit, and that life more abundant is at hand. Today we carefully watch all of our thinking, being certain that it sees in everyone it meets a reflection of the divine image, a copy of the divine pattern, a manifestation of the life of spirit. Whatsoever things are good, lovely, and true, these things I think upon. These thoughts I entertain in my mind. Deep within me there is a feeling nature that reaches up and out and grasps the full significance of consciousness of good for myself and others.
Thank you, Kathy.
Mm.
That was such a wonderful reading, and I love the fact that we're talking about a divine pattern. And so,
Mm-hmm.
as we move into that place and we start to talk about this thing we call a divine pattern, what we get an opportunity to do is know that that divine pattern starts with our questioning life. And when we begin to question life, then we get an opportunity to open up to something even greater. That questioning leads us to the opening. Most often, we feel that historically we've had times when we have did not question life, and what we found is that we were into led astray. I'm going to say it that way. And that leading astray has shown up as a collective. I think about historically about World War II. That is etched in my mind, how many people were marginalized and how they did not question life. And as a consequence, we found ourselves in a war. We found we found that humanity was threatened. So it is important for us to exercise the liberty of questioning life. And sometimes we ignore the answers. And when we ignore the answers, there's that part of us that says, in hind thought, I wish I had followed my first mind. This is part of the skepticism. This is part of that area. That's the area that we get to exercise our memory muscle. We get to exercise our potential in this area of questioning life. There is nothing wrong with questioning life. The blessing is when we question life, we get answers. I remember many years ago, there was a young man and I was playing some music, and he questioned why I was playing that particular type of music. And it took me aback. I said, oh, my intention was good. That was the ego part of me. But I had to sit with it. And I sat with it and just went deeper. What I found was I got the answer because my intention was pure, and that intention revealed itself. Now, there are times when we're traveling down a road in a particular way, and as we travel down the road, if we do not question where we're going or question our intention, we can find ourselves lost. We can find ourselves in a space of separation. When we move into a place of denial, then what happens is that denial will consume us and it will create big time separation. So the goal in life is to remove any sense of doubt. And that removal of any sense of doubt has to do with the exercise of faith. And when we move into that place, we remember that it is the divine at work. Ernest Holmes says, and he offers this affirmation. He says, I live in faith that there is a presence and power greater than I am that nurtures and supports me in all ways. I'm saying always because I know that's true for me, in ways I could not even imagine. He also says, when we enter into the place of prayer, he says, when prayer removes distrust and doubt and enters into the field of mental certainty, it becomes faith. So when we exercise those principles, we create new patterns, and those new patterns move us forward. Martin Luther King, and I love this quote here, says, I have a dream. That dream is an exercise of faith, that my four little children will one day live in a nation where they will not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character. That is an exercise of faith. So it is important for us to integrate all the God qualities that includes using our imagination. It is tapping into the vision for your life. It is that process of listening. And when we move into that place there, we create a space where good can unfold. So Ernest Holmes also says, drop all negative thoughts from your mind. When we're exercising and we're questioning life, we get that opportunity to drop thoughts from our mind. The outer world will continue to tell you what is wrong because the outer world has no conscious, no awareness. But within, we can shift that. So he says, drop all negative thoughts from your mind. Do not dwell on adversity, but think plenty into everything, for there is power in your word. Meditate on the things you are doing as being already done, complete and perfect. That's the reason we're coming together today, to exercise our faith, to exercise what we know to be true about life. And as we exercise what we know to be true about life, it's all in the cards, it's all in the science, because the universe will respond. Because if we truly understand, and this is what I love, if we truly understand love, if we truly understand law, we will continue to test it. That's the process of questioning. And when we question it and we create a space for it to show up, it shows up big time. You know, what I used to say on Sundays is, here's an opportunity for us to have a God experience. It, in essence, was the question of faith. It was questioning life. Okay, bring this on and let us test it. So with that in mind right now, I'm going to invite you to join me. We're going to take into consideration all the concerns of the world by moving into that place of prayer and removing any sense of self-doubt, any sense of distrust. So you may notice that we have the Prayerful Heart app in the background, and I'm going to invite you all to download this app. First of all, I'm going to invite you, if you have anything that's going on in your life right now, I'm going to invite you to utilize this prayer app, just as Kathy used this prayer app in terms of preparing for something major. It was a big deal for her to have this surgery. Not only was it a big deal for her to have the surgery, but this surgery took place during quite interesting times. These are times that most of us in our human experience have never ever been challenged with. We have COVID-19 going on. We have to be very mindful. We have to take into consideration that our medical doctors and nurses and everyone that is involved with our care when we go to any healthcare place, whether it is to visit a doctor's office or whether it is to visit a hospital, when they are charged with your care, they have to be very, very mindful. But that exercise of faith and utilizing prayer to remove any distrust made a difference in her life. She's home today, um, and we are continuing to know perfect good. We know that that perfect good continues to expand in her life. And not only does it expand in her life, but it expands in the lives of the people that have given care and those that will be following behind her also. When we exercise faith, we create a stream of faith, and that faith is a faith that fulfills itself, not only for ourselves, but for all. And with that in mind, right now, I invite you to simply breathe with me. And just release anything and anyone, anything that it just took for you to get to this particular moment. And in this very moment, right here and right now, we simply breathe in love, we breathe out love, and we honor that presence of love. And as we're honoring the presence of love, we simply behold the consciousness of peace, the consciousness of harmony. And we're beholding that divine presence of I am. And that I am is spirit in action. And that I am is God in action. In that great I am, I simply remember right here and right now that I am a place and a space where the divine fulfills itself, where the divine shows up in my life. And I know that this same energy vibration, this same source of infinite wisdom is alive and thriving in everyone. It is fully present right now within each member that is part of our leadership team. It is alive and thriving, and it is fully present. It is fully alive and present for everyone that is hearing, that is engaged in this celebration, this wonderful expression and spiritual practice of prayer. And what I know about this wonderful presence is that it fulfills itself in a dynamic way. I know that which is closest and nearest to our heart, that the divine essence has gone before and prepared the way. It has created a space for infinite good to unfold in our lives. So I'm affirming right now the spirit of wholeness, perfect balance, alkalinity, that coherence of spirit, balancing and fulfilling itself within our body temple, mentally and emotionally. I know that that power and that presence fulfills itself as the infinite. And what I know about it is that it is that divine essence that interacts in itself, bringing about peace, bringing about harmony, and it is the vibration and the essence of infinite wisdom and good within all of our relationships. I'm acknowledging the spirit and the wholeness of spirit, the essence of the divine that is moved within the area of our finances. It is that divine dynamic expanding itself and revealing itself. And what I know is that that energy of the divine shows up in expected ways and unexpected ways through unexpected channels of supply and the expected channels of supply. I know that the universe is an infinite universe. And it fulfills itself in a practical way within the area of our finances. Every single need is met. All that we desire, all that is necessary to support and sustain us, it is already done in the heart, in the heart and the mind of the divine. That is God in essence, moving and fulfilling itself and thriving within each and every one of us. I'm acknowledging that creative spark and know that that creative spark brings about fulfillment. That creative spark is the collective essence of spirit moving and powering us forward. What I know is there is only good. And I'm so grateful for this good expanding itself within me, within anyone that is hearing my voice, these spoken words this day. And I know that it is all perfect and good. And so, in this space of gratitude right here, right now, I am simply releasing these words into the action of what we call universal law. And I invite you all to affirm with me by simply saying, and so it
It
is.
is.
Amen.
Amen.
Yes, I'm so grateful.
And Ashe.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I am so grateful that. But let's go to Kathy's Corner. And if we go to Kathy's Corner, I want you guys to hear this because this is a very important part. And in Kathy's Corner, it says, it is Spirit's faith in me which has enlightened me. Faith is the process of enlightenment. You can receive these wonderful quotations every day if you subscribe to Kathy's Corner. Now, this month, we've been introducing Kathy's Corner to everyone. And when you come to this page and you subscribe, you can receive these quotes daily. We're going to stop sending them out to everyone the way we're doing it, only to those that are interested in Kathy's Corner. And you can come to her blog and see it every day also. And since we are talking about the exercise of faith, I'm going to invite you to join Purple Heart this coming week. Please download this app if you do not have it. The reason I'm inviting you to do that is we have partnered with the UN, and we're partnering with ministers and practitioners all over to shape peace together for International Day of Peace. So what that means is that you're going to be doused in prayers. You're going to be saturated in prayers. And as you are saturated, we're supporting you in your growth. We're supporting humanity in its growth. So we invite you to join us for our International Day of Peace. And the easiest way for those that are not sure and would like to they would like to download the prayer app, you can go to our page, seatfm.org. And if you go to seatfm.org, it will take you to the Prayerful Heart app right here. If you go to this page, seatfm.org, the art is just amazing, the beauty of it. And you'll notice here that you can download your app right here. If you have an Apple phone, you go to your Apple store. If you have an Android phone, go to your Google store. And if you need help, if you're on your computer or on an Amazon device, all you need to do is click this part here. It will take you to the browser to download the app. I think we've figured out everything and covered everything I want to acknowledge our wonderful webmaster who created this for us. It's called Ageless Technology, and they do wonderful work. They're one of our community partners, and you notice that we have several community partners from the Inland Empire New Thought Consortium to Natalie A. Cole Reagan's Education and Cancer Research Foundation. Again, it's about questioning. And if we did not question, we would not be able to discern that which works best for us. So with that in mind, I'm going to invite you to join me right now in listening to one more song by Eddie Watkins. I am a place and space where God shows up.
Am I strong enough to bear the burdens that sometimes come living this thing called life? Am I wise enough to make the right decisions when I'm standing at the fork in the road? Sometimes I wonder and ponder, only to realize I'm not alone, and there's nothing I have to do on my own, because I am the place where God lives, moves and breathes and has its being. I am the place where God shows up. I am the place where God lives, moves and breathes and has its being. I am the place where God shows up. Will I have enough to do the things I need to do to take care of myself? Will I have the health of mind and body to live a life of grace and wholeness? Sometimes I wonder and ponder, only to realize I'm not alone, and there's nothing I have to do on my own, because I am the place where God lives, moves and breathes and has its being. I am the place where God shows up. I am the place where God lives, moves and breathes and has its being. I am the place where God shows up. I am the place.
I am the place where God
You are the place.
moves and breathes and has
We are the place.
I am the place
where God shows up. I am the place.
I am the place where God
You are the
moves and
place.
breathes and has
We are the place
I am the place
where God shows up. Clap your hands and sing it with me. I am the place where God lives, moves and breathes and has its being. I am the place where God shows up. I am the place where God lives, moves and breathes and has its being. I am the place where God shows up. I am the place where God lives, moves and breathes and has its being. I am the place where God shows up. I am the place where God lives, moves and breathes and has its being. I am the place where God shows up.
That was extraordinary. I am just so grateful that we had a chance to come together and have this conversation today. I'm going to invite you also to do me a favor. I'm going to invite you to invite your friends to our meetings now. We've decided that we're opening this up to everyone. So you can actually join us at 7:30 in the morning Pacific time and have a wonderful time with us. And please share this with your family and friends. I'm sure they would benefit. Have a blessed week. Namaste. And join us for tea and coffee with leadership afterwards.